So good morning, forestry students, and today we will be discussing the Chainsaw Act of 2002. Isa ito sa mga batas na covered sa forestry licensure exam, no? Of course, when we say chainsaw, 'di ba? Of course, we know naman na ang main purpose niya is for logging or yung for cutting timber, right? So, itong Chainsaw Act of 2002 or Republic Act number 9175, it was enacted to address the rampant problem of illegal logging and deforestation in the Philippines, which was happening back in the early 2000s, no? So, yung policy nitong batas na to really is to regulate the ownership, the possession, yung pagbenta, pag-import, no, yung pag-angkat, and paggamit ng chainsaw because they are the primary tool used for illegal logging, no? So, ano ba yung main requirement ng batas na to? This law requires all individuals and entities, so yung mga gumagamit, may-ari, nagbebenta, nag-aangkat, no, nag-i-import ng chainsaw, they need to secure a permit from the DENR. So, yun yung main na kailangan gawin under this law. So, to start, no, sabi natin, Republic Act 9175, ang full title nito is an act regulating the ownership, possession, sale, importation, and use of chainsaws. Although, yun nga, ang short title niya is the Chainsaw Act of 2002. It became effective November 7, 2002. So guys, remember sa forestry board exam, no, madalas tinatanong, ano ba yung Republic Act 9175? Or kailan ba naging effective itong batas na to? So medyo kailangan nating i-memorize tong mga parts na to, no, yung mga number at saka effectivity. Okay? So again, sabi natin kanina, the main purpose of the law is to regulate the use of chainsaws to prevent illegal logging and deforestation. So, since this subject is forest policy, let's look at the declared policy of the law under Section 2. So, sabi dito, it is the policy of the state consistent with the Constitution to conserve, develop, and protect the forest resource under sustainable management. 'Di ba guys, tandaan natin, ang isang policy, ang ibig sabihin niya is it defines the desired outcome and it also gives the acts or the actions that are needed para magawa natin or ma-achieve natin yung goal na gusto natin, right? So, ang goal natin is to conserve, develop, and protect the forest resource. Okay? So, anong gagawin? So, ano yung mga means na gagawin ng state? Ito yon. Towards this end, the state shall pursue an aggressive forest protection program geared towards eliminating illegal logging. So, ang gusto ng government na mangyari ay mawala yung illegal logging at anong gagawin niya? Gagawa siya ng mga hakbang na patungkol sa aggressive forest protection program, no? So more specifically, ano pa ang gagawin ng government or ano yung i-impose niya sa kanyang mga citizens? Yung pangatlong sentence na to. The state shall therefore regulate the ownership, possession, sale, transfer, importation, and or use of chainsaws to prevent them from being used in illegal logging or unauthorized. So, yun yung keyword dito unauthorized clearing of forests. Kasi kung legal naman yung pagtotroso or authorized naman yung gagawin sa ating mga forest, and then that's okay because that is being regulated by the DENR. But if meron tayong mga activities connected with illegal logging or unauthorized clearing of forests, no, in which chainsaws are primarily used, dapat natin yung pagbawalan. Okay? So, base dun sa policy natin kanina, take note, the law is not an absolute ban on chainsaws. Hanggang ngayon nga, may nakikita pa rin tayong chainsaw, di ba? But, it is a regulation, di ba? Sabi natin, anong nire-regulate? Yung ownership, yung pag-possess, yung pagbebenta, pag-aangkat, at paggamit ng chainsaw. So, it targets the tool of the crime. Siyempre, kung wala ka ng tool, no, para gamitin para magagamit mo sa illegal logging, mas mahirap gawin yung illegal logging itself. Okay? And it provides, no, the law provides specific provisions for tree farmers, duly licensed holders, and other legitimate users to legally own and operate chainsaw. So, meron lang tayong mga susundin na alituntunin para tayo ay magkaroon ng permit na gumamit or magkaroon ng mga chainsaw. Okay? Alright. So when we say chainsaw, ano ba ibig sabihin nun? When you say chainsaw under this law, it refers to any portable power saw or any similar cutting implement. Pero take note, ito yung key ha, rendered operative by an electric or internal combustion engine or similar means. Kasi, kung ito ay manual, ibig sabihin walang motor, yung iyong pangputol ng puno, ay hindi chainsaw iyon. But as long as meron na siyang electric or internal combustion engine, 'di ba? Gumagamit na siya ng power, ng gasolina, ng kung ano mang pampower sa kanya, yan ay pasok sa definition ng chainsaw. Take note, walang sinabi tungkol sa size ha, may maliit, may malaki, kung ano man ang kanyang capacity. Basta meron ng electric or internal combustion engine, pasok na yan sa ipinagbabawal ng chainsaw. So, ibig sabihin, let's say meron kang, ano ba, malaking-malaking pamputol ng kahoy, pero hindi siya powered. Ibig sabihin, manual pa rin siya. Tapos hinuli ka. Sabi, ay, bawal yan sa batas. Pasok ba yan sa definition ng chainsaw? Hindi, no? Kasi nga, kailangan merong electric or internal combustion engine. Okay? When you say chainsaw dealer naman, anong ibig sabihin nito? It means any person, natural or juridical, engaged in manufacture, importation, distribution, purchase, and or sale of chainsaw. When you say natural person, ikaw yon, yung totoong tao, meron kang mata, kamay, bibig, no? Paa. Yan ay isang human being. Yan ang natural person. When we say juridical, it means either a partnership or a corporation, no? Isa kang kumpanya. Engaged in, no? Gumagawa kayo ng chainsaw, nag-i-import kayo, nag-aangkat, nag-distribute, meaning nagbebenta, or nagbumibili or nagbebenta ng mga chainsaw. Okay? When you say department, of course, it refers to the DENR. Kasi maraming department sa gobyerno. But particularly for the Chainsaw Act, the term department shall refer to the DENR. Okay? And when you say secretary, of course, secretary of the DENR. Okay? So, sino ang magsisecure ng permit? So, dito sa ating batas, no, importers, manufacturers, sellers, and dealers must secure a permit first from the DENR. So, any trading of chainsaw, dapat meron kang permit from the DENR. No? Yung second class ng mga citizens na kailangan kumuha rin ng permit are those who are going to use or kahit meron ka lang, hindi mo pa ginagamit, no? You just possess a chainsaw, need mo pa rin magkaroon ng permit to use or possess a chainsaw. No? Under the law, ito yung mga usual na bibigyan ng mga permit. Sino-sino itong mga ito? Dapat meron kang subsisting timber license agreement. Meron kang production sharing agreement or other similar agreements or a private land timber permit. Meron kang ganito from the DENR. Pwede ka rin mag-apply ng permit to use a chainsaw. Okay? Next is an orchard and fruit tree farmer. Or ikaw ay industrial tree farmer, 'di ba? Or ikaw ay licensed wood processor and the chainsaw shall be used for the cutting of timber that has been, ang keyword natin, legally sold to the said applicant. Or dapat you shall use the chainsaw for a legal purpose. Outside of these five, malamang-lamang denied ang permit mo para magkaroon ng chainsaw. Okay? Is the government exempt from applying for a permit? Oh, government ako, ba't ako mag-apply ng permit? The answer is no, hindi exempted ang government. Agencies of the government that use chainsaw in some aspect of their functions must likewise secure the necessary permit from the DENR. So, kahit na government agency ka pa, kailangan mo pa rin ng permit from the DENR. Okay? So, ano naman yung mga bawal, no? Or prohibited acts under the law? There are 4 prohibited acts under the law. Number 1 is yung pagbenta, pagbenta ulit, no? Reselling, transferring, distributing, or possessing a chainsaw without a proper permit. No? Second is the unlawful importation or manufacturing of chainsaw. Okay? Third is tampering of engine serial number because of course the serial number is the way that the government can keep track or ano ba, parang sa kotse, di ba? Meron tayong mga plate number, chassis number, motor number. Sa chainsaw, meron ding engine serial number. Pag binura mo yun, pinilitan mo yun, nag-tamper ka with it, bawal din yan under the Chainsaw Act. Okay? And last, actual unlawful use of chainsaw. So, any person who is found to be in possession of a chainsaw, kahit hawak mo lang, no? And uses the same to cut trees and timber in forest land or elsewhere, except as authorized by the DENR. Question guys, paano kung halimbawa, meron ka namang chainsaw na may permit? So, legal yung iyong paggamit or illegal ang iyong possession ng chainsaw. Pero ginamit mo to for an illegal activity. Anong mangyayari? Pasok ba yan dito sa any of these 4 prohibited acts? The answer is yes. Pasok siya sa number 4. So kahit na, again ha, kahit na legal yung hawak mo ng or yung iyong possession ng iyong chainsaw, but you used it for an illegal act, pasok yan sa number 4. Kasi meron kang unlawful use of a chainsaw. Okay? So, anong mangyayari pag ginawa mo tong 4 na prohibited acts? Okay? Take note, ang fines and penalties, meron ka ng babayarang danyos, meron ka pang babayaran na, pwede ka pang makulong. Okay? So, dun sa number 1, ikaw ay nagbenta, bumili, nag-transfer, nag-distribute, or meron kang hawak na chainsaw na walang proper permit. Ano ang pwede mong kahantungan? Take note, there is imprisonment of 4 years and 2 months and 1 day hanggang 6 na taon, no? Yung iyong pagkakakulong. And take note, magbabayad ka pa ng 15,000 hanggang 30,000. Depende kung ano ang ipapataw sa iyo ng korte, no? It's going to be at the discretion of the court. Pwedeng kulong lang, pwedeng fine lang, pwedeng both. Depende kung ano ang ibibigay sa iyo ng korte, no? And of course, yung chainsaw na binibenta, binibili, tinatransfer, or dinidistribute, or hawak mo lang, it will be confiscated in favor of the government, no? Next, what happens if ikaw ay nag-angkat or nag-manufacture ng chainsaw na walang permit? May imprisonment din, no? Not less than 1 month or not more than 6 months. Ibig sabihin, 1 month to 6 months ang iyong penalty na pagkakakulong. And a fine of 1,000 to 4,000 pesos. Okay? So, meron pang multa. Okay? Next, tampering of engine serial number, no, binura mo, tinanggal mo, or basta ginalaw mo yung engine serial number nung chainsaw. Not less than 1 month nor more than 6 months. So, 1 to 6 months. And ganun din, 1,000 to 4,000 pesos na multa. Okay? And ito, yung pinaka mabigat. Kung ikaw ay gumamit ng chainsaw na walang permit, no? So, possession and use of the chainsaw without a permit. You can be imprisoned for 6 years to 8 years. O, di ba? Yan yung pinakamabigat. 6 to 8 years. And yung multa is 30 to 50,000. Or both, no? Depende sa discretion ng korte. Depende kung anong ipapataw sa iyo ng court. Okay? And you can also be prosecuted for a separate offense that may have been simultaneously committed. So kung may iba ka pang ginagawang illegal, no, dahil sabi mo, oh, nakasuhan na ako ng unlawful use ng chainsaw, hindi na pwede. No. No? If you are found guilty in this provision of unlawful use of chainsaw, kahit na meron ka pang ibang crime na ginagawa, pwede ka pa ring makasuhan. Okay? So, yung chainsaw that is being unlawfully used, pwede rin i-confiscate in favor of the government. O, di ba parang marami nang naipon na chainsaw ang gobyerno, no? Okay. So if the violation under this section is committed by or through the command of another person, partnership or corporation, no, yung mga penalties ng multa at pagkakakulong, it can also be imposed on yung person na nagko-command, no, yung nag-uutos ng paggamit, pagbenta nung chainsaw. Na and the responsible officers in such a partnership or corporation. Remember, hindi naman pwedeng makulong yung partnership or corporation kasi juridical entity yon, di ba? Paano mo ilalagay sa kulungan yon? So, ibig sabihin, yung mga namumuno or yung mga responsible officer ng partnership or corporation, sila yung makukulong or pagbabayarin ng multa. Okay? If the offender is a public official or employee, in addition to the above penalties, no? So, si government employee na gumagamit or lumalabag sa batas na ito, ay pwede rin siyang mapagbayad ng multa at pwede rin siyang makulong. But in addition to those penalties, kung government employee ka, he shall be removed from office and, ito yung mabigat, perpetually disqualified from holding any public office. So if found guilty, hindi na siya makakabalik sa government service, either as an appointee or kahit sa election, hindi na siya pwedeng tumakbo. Basta ang point, hindi na siya pwedeng mag-hold ng any public office. Okay? O, so anong gagawin ng DENR dun sa mga na-confiscate na chainsaw? The chainsaws confiscated under this section shall be sold at public auction to qualified buyers and the proceeds shall go to the DENR. Okay? Other provisions, ano pang sinasabi sa batas na to, no? Guys, pwede tayong magsuplong. There is a reward. Any person who voluntarily gives information leading to the recovery or confiscation of unregistered chainsaws and the conviction, no? Dapat makonvict muna, di ba? Hindi pwedeng wala lang, gusto mo lang magsumbong. Dapat na-convict yung person na sinumbong mo. This will entitle the person who is reporting to a reward equivalent to 20%, hindi person yan, 20% of the value of the chainsaw unit. So, kung magkano yung chainsaw, 20% nun mapupunta as reward for kung sino yung nagbigay ng information leading to the recovery or confiscation, pati conviction of the person charged. Okay? Okay, assuming na may permit ka na, pwede pa bang bawiin yon ng DENR? The answer is yes. Under Section 10 of the Chainsaw Act of 2002, the Secretary, so Secretary of DENR, may revoke any certificate of registration or permit previously issued to a person found violating the provisions of the Chainsaw Act of 2002. No? So kung i-violate mo yung batas, pwedeng bawiin ng DNR yung iyong permit. Okay? And with that, no, maraming salamat for listening to this lecture. I am on Twitter, on TikTok, and of course, you're watching this on YouTube. Maraming salamat at magandang araw sa inyo.